Today we're going to read Mark 5, the dead girl and the sick woman. When Jesus had again crossed over by boat to the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered around him. And while he was by the lake, then one of the synagogue rulers named Jairus came there. Seeing Jesus, he fell to his feet and pleaded earnestly with him, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her, so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed and pressed around him. A woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors who had spent all she had, yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, "If I would just touch his clothes, maybe I will be healed." Immediately, her bleeding stopped and she felt it through her body, and she was freed from her suffering. At once Jesus realized the power had gone from him. He turned around the crowd and he asked, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding against you," his disciples answered, "and yet you ask, 'Who touched you?'" But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, trembling with fear, told the whole truth. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." While Jesus was still speaking, some men came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue ruler. "Your daughter is dead," they said. "Why bother teaching anymore?" Ignoring what they said, Jesus told the synagogue ruler, "Don't be afraid, just believe." Well, by faith. He did not let anyone follow him except for Peter, James, and John, brother of James. When they came to the home of the synagogue ruler, Jesus saw the commotion, with people crying and wailing loudly. He went in and he said to them, "Why all the commotion? And what's the wailing about? The child is not dead, but asleep." But they all laughed at him. After he put them all out, he took the child's father and mother and the disciples with them, and they went into where the child was. He took her by the hand, and he said to her, "Talitha kum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." Immediately the little girl stood up and walked around. She was 12 years old. At this they were completely astonished. He gave strict orders not to let anyone know about this, and he told them to give her something to eat. Now that's what you call walking by faith. The many miracles that Jesus performed. Amen. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe out there, and God bless. Amen. Thanks for listening.